Farmers Coliseum. My name is Rich Harden. My colleague Amanda Giordano and I have had the honor of serving as senior class sponsors this year. On behalf of the class of 2016, the administration of Noblesville Schools, and the administration and faculty of Noblesville High School, it's my pleasure to welcome you to our 141st commencement ceremony. For the past 13 years, these graduating seniors have been working diligently to earn their high school diploma. Many view tonight as the finish line in what was a very long and sometimes difficult race. I urge the class of 2016, however, to not look at tonight as simply the end of high school. We are certainly here to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2016, but tonight should also be seen as a beginning. It's the beginning of the future. Thank you all for attending in support of a great achievement and encouraging the class of 2016 as they start the path to a bright future. The class of 2016 requests the following. Please turn off all cell phones and other electronic devices that might cause distractions during the ceremony. Please direct your attention to the program that recognizes all graduates, including those with academic honors. The class of 2016 desires to present diplomas in a consistent and efficient manner. Thus, the class respectfully requests that you please control your reactions and responses for each graduate as he or she receives a diploma. The class requests this so that each graduate's name is clearly heard and for each to receive the proper and deserved recognition during this distinguished ceremony. A professional photographer from Prestige Portraits is here to take pictures of each graduate receiving his or her diploma and exiting the stage. There is information on the back of your program regarding a website for the viewing and purchase of pictures from tonight's ceremony. Finally, we ask that all family and friends please wait until all of the graduates have left the arena before beginning to exit. Graduates will be exiting the east end of the arena where they are entering and will be proceeding back into the youth arena to drop off gowns and pick up their actual diplomas. We ask that family and friends meet the graduates after they exit the youth arena to the outside doors, or they can move back around to the front of the Coliseum. At this time, we ask that you stand. Well, let's put it this way. You don't have to stand the entire time everybody's walking in. But as we start our ceremony here, we will begin our ceremony with the entrance of members of the administration and faculty, followed by the introduction of the class and the processional, and then finally our national anthem and Pledge of Allegiance. Ladies and gentlemen, the administration of Noblesville Schools and the administration and faculty of Noblesville High School. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2016. And now we will have our national anthem, which will be followed by Sarah Knight and Maddie Moorhead leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
If you will kindly remain standing and join us in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Good evening, relatives and friends of these graduating seniors. I'm Jeff Bryant, principal at Noblesville High School, and I welcome you to the 2016 commencement ceremony on behalf of the Noblesville Board of School Trustees, Superintendent Dr. Beth Niedermeyer, and the administration and faculty at Noblesville High School. Many of the faculty members who contributed to these seniors' preparation for tonight's ceremony are here, seated on or beside the stage. Please join me in applause for these dedicated teachers. I have learned more than a few things during my time at Noblesville High School. One of those is that no one tells the story of NHS better than our students. It's real, it's authentic, and it's genuine. Here in just a few minutes, we will hear from 4 students who have a message to share with their classmates in this audience. First, I have a brief, simple message. The students of Noblesville High School are our voice. Each individual has a story to tell about successes, failures, learning, challenges, risks, relationships, and rewards. These stories make up the reputation of NHS. Noblesville High School is filled with an amazing array of adults with skills and knowledge that guide students through their high school years. But NHS is not those adults. We are our students and are only as strong as the voice of those students. Class of 2016, the story of NHS doesn't end when you cross the stage in just a little while. Your voice, our story, continues into the next many chapters of your life. For the rest of your life, you will meet people who ask you where you are from and where you went to school. Undoubtedly, your conversation, your story, your voice will leave an impression about you as a person, your family, and your community and school. I have one simple request for the class of 2016. As you share your story, stay humble and stay kind. Today, our society often gives headlines to blustery rhetoric and false bravado. I implore you to rise above the negativity that steals our attention and instead tell your story through humbleness and kindness. It takes a lot more understanding, sophistication, and thoughtfulness to be empathetic than it does to attack those with differing beliefs, those who look different than you, and those who come from different backgrounds. Be proud of your story. Make the effort to tell your story, to tell our story, but do it through kindness. I want to close by sharing the words of one of your classmates. In the last edition of the Millstream, class of 2016 graduate Adam Van Dam states, "I'm proud to call myself a Miller. This is the place that guided me toward what I love and taught me what I want to do with the rest of my life. Thank you to my friends who stayed by my side. Thank you to the teachers who never gave up on me. And thank you to Noblesville High School for creating an environment for me to grow. This is and will forever be my home." Adam, in the class of 2016, Noblesville High School will always be your home. From the faculty and teachers at Noblesville High School, let me say we are proud that each one of you are a part of our lives. Stay humble, stay kind, and continue to tell our story.
Hello, my name is Melissa Baker, and tonight it is my true honor to introduce our valedictorian, Cole Nelson. In his 4 years at NHS, he took a total of 11 AP classes and racked up an impressive GPA of 4.683. Cole was also an impressive elementary school student and just so happened to be my biggest competition in the great and famous 2007 Hinkle Creek Elementary School Science Fair. That year, Cole had the second best project in the entire third grade. Little did Cole know that 9 years later, he would be introduced by the only third grader who could beat him. Please welcome the 2007 Hinkle Creek Science Fair runner-up and, more importantly, your Noblesville High School class of 2016 valedictorian, Cole Nelson.
Thank you for the wonderful introduction, Melissa. All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the audience. Today we're here to celebrate the achievements of the graduating class of 2016. So I'd like to be the first to say congratulations to all of the graduates sitting before me on your hard work that led you to be seated here today. I'd be remiss, of course, not to qualify that statement with a huge thank you to all of the teachers and staff members that have made every day possible here for us and driven us all to achieve higher and higher until we've made it to where we sit now. So on behalf of the class of 2016, I'd like to sincerely thank everyone who made our achievements possible. In 4 years of high school, it'd be impossible to make it from start to finish without accruing a whole host of memories, good and bad. And each and every one of you sitting out there has had an entirely different experience from myself. People you saw, the teachers you had, the classes you took, the air you were breathing. Every detail of your high school life was different from my own, down to the last microscopic piece. From the moment we entered the freshman campus our first year, and of course we were lucky enough to have the freshman campus, our experiences split off from each other like fissures in the ground during a drought. During my time, I saw so many different people taking classes I hadn't even heard of. It was shocking at times how strong a sense of individualism all of the students in this class have. Yet here we are, this diverse group, sitting together once more, like a bit of rain falling on the cracks to sew them up for the day. The truth is, from the second you leave today, we're going to be splitting off again, except a little more violently this time, something a bit more akin to a volcanic eruption, and not one of the lazy volcanoes either that you see with the little river of lava and whatnot. I'm talking a full-on Pompeii explosion. Whether you're going to college next year, learning a trade, or entering the workforce immediately, we've all come from a pretty similar place, but where we end up is far beyond any of our abilities to know. Just like the wind carries off volcanic ash, we'll be scattered off in our respective directions soon enough. So savor this moment, short as it may be, as it's the last time we're about to be in the same situation. Graduation is often described as a bittersweet experience, and the bitter part is the finality of the whole thing, as we're seeing here today. The sweetness comes from moving on to bigger and better things and taking hold of the future that all of us will help bring about. This is commencement, after all, so you'd better commence with something. That's right, I'm up here giving you a chore. You guys are all tasked with leaving the world better than you found it. It's given you a lot so far if you think about it. Food, water, shelter, of course, but it's also given you your family, your friends, and the wisdom you've gained and will continue to gain throughout all of your experiences. And it'll keep on giving you things too, regardless of whether you want them or not. And for that, you really have a debt to the world. It'd be pretty rude to take its gifts and at least not try to reciprocate. And no, picking up a bit of the trash on the side of the road is not enough. Let's try for at least 2. No, but in all seriousness, we need to try and do something with our lives, regardless of how small an impact it has. This isn't simply an environmental message. It's about your legacy, the kind of world you leave in your wake. Maybe you decide to help a few friends with their future projects. Maybe you start a company that brings people jobs. Maybe you pass on to your children the character and depth of thought that I know everyone here is capable of. Regardless of what it is, I'd ask you all to make a concerted effort to leave your mark on something. Not in the graffiti kind of way, something a little bit more profound, because that's the only way to truly repay your debt to the world we all call home, by leaving a legacy that makes the world better even after we're all gone, just as I'm sure you've all done here at NHS. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is McKenna Turner, and tonight I have the honor of introducing one of Noblesville High School's 2 salutatorians, Alex Anderson. In her years at Noblesville High School, Alex has taken part in the dance team, track and field, a National Honor Society, and much more. Alex plans to attend Michigan State University as a distinguished scholar to study actuarial sciences. Not only is Alex a well-rounded student, but she is also one of the sweetest and most kind-hearted people to walk the halls of NHS. So it is my pleasure to introduce Miss Alex Anderson.
Thank you, McKenna. Wow. Standing up here today is incredibly surreal. Now, I know I may sound like a motivational cat poster when I say this, but it's amazing to think about how long some of us have known each other, while others it seems like we have just gotten to know, for our time in high school is now coming to an end. I had always hoped I would be standing up here as the valedictorian, but hey, second's the first to lose, right? Anyways, that's not what I'm here to talk about. I want to start off by saying this. Every decision has brought us to where we are today. Every action, every step, and every moment. They have all brought us here to finally graduate high school and now go on to experience big changes. In light of this, I would like to acknowledge all of the people who have helped us reach this moment. The care and the attention of NHS faculty, our parents, and our friends have been crucial these past 4 years. So, on the behalf of the class of 2016, I extend a thank you to every single person who made this dream a reality. We are all tremendously grateful for those who have helped us learn and grow up until this point. But in a few short months, we will be on our own. We will begin building our own lives. Up until now, our decisions have not always been our own. When deciding on a course of action, our decisions were often influenced by our parents, our teachers, and our peers. As a daughter, a student, and a friend, I always wanted to act in a way that would make others happy. When I made a decision, I was considering what others would want of me. I was always afraid to decide for myself. Not because I was weak or because I was clueless, but because I was afraid of what would happen if I made the wrong choice. I always thought to myself that others knew best, that they had more wisdom and experience and could protect me from making mistakes. But I found that even when I let others decide for me, I still made mistakes. Plenty of them. Messing up is inevitable. No one is perfect, and no one ever will be. I had a very wise teacher this year who told me that we cannot be afraid to fail, and that when we do, we need to fail big. That we must go all in on everything we do and learn from our failures. Many of our decisions will go wrong, but miraculously, a few of them will turn out to be great. And as an added bonus, regardless of the outcome, you can take pride in the fact that your path in life was not chosen for you, but rather it was created by your own hands. And whether you fail or you succeed, you will learn. Before I leave, I have one last request of you, one last decision to make on your behalf. Decide to live every moment to its fullest. Do not let these next few years just fly by. take the time to slow down and appreciate. Decide to put in a little more effort when things go wrong, no matter how hopeless things may seem. Decide to always do what makes you happy and don't do things for the sake of others. Because these next few years, when we are all finding ourselves facing bigger and scarier decisions, we still need some guidance. So let this guidance be my guidance to you. Decide to never, ever give up and always be your own person. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Rachel Bish, and tonight I have the honor of welcoming one of the class of 2016 salutatorians, Claire Graves. Claire will be attending University of Iowa in the fall to study human physiology as a pre-med major. During her 4 years at Noblesville High School, Claire participated in Key Club, peer tutoring, National Honor Society, and was recognized as an AP scholar. Claire has won numerous prestigious awards playing soccer all 4 years at Noblesville High School and is excited to continue her soccer career at University of Iowa. Please welcome Miss Claire Graves.
Thank you, Rachel. Because this is a high school graduation speech, I feel I have to open with an important reference to a great mind of our generation. One mind I feel is severely overlooked and often left out of that category is, of course, Taylor Swift. While some of you are rolling your eyes, I think all of us, graduates, parents, teachers alike, can answer yes to her question, can you feel this magic in the air? This magic she refers to in her song, Today Was a Fairy Tale, is not what you encounter in Harry Potter or Cinderella. It is the type of real magic we find ourselves surrounded by today and every day. So before I go further, I would first like to thank those responsible for creating the magic in this moment, my amazing family, friends, and all of my teachers and administrators. This past September, I suffered a major concussion during a soccer game. I remember the day very clearly. It was the first Monday back after homecoming weekend, and if anyone is like me, once homecoming hit and passed, my senior year was effectively over. So all that was on my mind was getting to spring break, prom, and graduation. But instead of having a normal game that day, I found myself hospitalized and barely aware of my surroundings. One unexpected blow had defined the next several months of my life. I could not think, I could not spend time with friends, and I could only go to school for a few hours a day before going home and going right back to bed. For my whole life, I had been waiting for summer, waiting for homecoming, waiting for graduation. But my concussion had finally taught me otherwise. There exists magic in our ability to think, to create, to converse, to laugh, and to love. There exists magic in the way we can run, walk, hike, explore. This magic is not the work of wizardry. It is rather the pure expression of our being. Therefore, my question for each of you is, will you hear me and recognize each day for its individual worth? Or if not, what will it take for you to realize that each day can be special and magical? Are you going to wait for some unexpected incident in your life, like mine, to force you to seize every moment you have? Or are you just going to go through the motions, only really living on days of special occasion? Don't waste years of your life waiting for something extraordinary to come around. That future is never as guaranteed as the time we have right now. I have no doubt that next year and years beyond will be amazing challenges for all of us, forcing us to grow in ways we did not know were possible. I personally cannot wait to hear and see all the accomplishments you guys achieve. They'll be ridiculous and phenomenal. So please, plan for the future and dream big. Each of us can do so much for this world. But do not get caught up in what could be or what may be or what's to come. As we all know, each of our lives are so different, which makes us such a unique group. From the classes we have taken to the hobbies we enjoy, they're all so diverse. With that, I can say I don't know how each of you will live in every moment. However, I can suggest that you don't waste too many days watching Netflix to pass the time, no matter how good Grey's is. Spend time with people you love, doing things you love, and especially doing things that scare you and challenge you. This life is sweeter than fiction, as I and Taylor Swift can surely promise you. So live it. Embrace each day as a new opportunity to be amazed by, say goodbye to those we have spent the majority of our formative years with, and turn toward our new beginnings. So I say congratulations, class of 2016. Live here in this magical moment together and cherish your accomplishments. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I am Sarah Knight. As student body president, I am honored to introduce my friend and my counterpart, the senior class president. My fellow classmates, you know this man as well, extra. Extra sassy, extra personality, and extra greatness. He has spent the past 4 years branching out and soaking up the high school experience, being the dance captain of NHS singers, starring in musicals with his love of music and performance, being a member of French Club and National Honor Society. One of my favorites, and something I was proud to be a part of, was he started a Riley Dance Marathon for NHS, a legacy to be very proud of. His future plans include attending Indiana University and continuing to be an advocate for the marginalized. I can say he has always stayed true to himself. Now, I give you Mark DaCosta.
Thank you, Sarah. That introduction was extra in itself, which is why I loved that. And good evening, everyone. Over the past 4 years, NHS has bestowed us with an array of literary works, which had meaningful takeaways we were supposed to carry with us into the future. I mean, look at To Kill a Mockingbird, which taught us to talk to strangers across the world. Or maybe The Great Gatsby, which taught us important from a book that I encountered when I was really young. When I was little, my mother and I would make our way to the Orange County Public Library, and we would pore over books for hours upon hours, and I would soak up the words on the pages. But surprisingly, it wasn't a book with words that gave me this lifelong takeaway. And no, it's not because I just read picture books. It was Where's Waldo, with its chaotic illustrations depicting characters all engaging in various and eccentric pastimes that truly showed me that a picture is worth 1,000 words. Where's Waldo, although seemingly facile and simplistic, demonstrated a concept that our class, the class of 2016, has shown time and time again that we understand more so than any other recent NHS graduating class. I ran for senior class president on the platform that we needed unity. But now, through Where's Waldo, I realize that we don't need to be the same to be together. You see, for 4 years, we have shown unparalleled acceptance of each other's individuality. For 4 years, our uniting factor has been our love for each other's differences, and our refusal to adhere to anyone else's idea of who we should be. First off, individuality is imperative. The importance of individuality manifests itself in so many different ways, but the bottom line is this. If you, at any time, shy away from being 100% the person that you truly are, you are cheating yourself. This is because when someone shies away from being who they are as a person, that isn't the extent of the problem. What this also means is that they are effectively being something that they are not. I mean, look, if all the Where's Waldo characters were exactly the same, no one would care who Waldo was. Every single character in Where's Waldo was completely unique and individual. And every single one of you in this sea of bright and shining faces before me is completely unique and individual. Without Waldo's distinctive characteristics would have meant nothing if it weren't for the other people in the books. His red and white, let me put this in terms you can all understand. His crimson and cream striped sweater would have meant absolutely nothing. I wouldn't even have stopped to crack open that book. So basically, don't modify yourself to the person that makes others happy. No. Modify yourself to the person who makes you happy. Be happy don't be the same. We don't need to be the same to be together. For years, the class of 2016 has been called disunited, disjointed, disconnected. I disagree. And in fact, our grade's reputation of being called these things is really just derived from our refusal to act like anything that we are not. Having been together for so long, we have watched each other go from marching in unison to a set metronome to marching to the beat of each and every one of our own drums. In short, the class of 2016 keeps it real. Just as all of the Where's Waldo characters come together with their eccentric snapshots to create a bigger picture, we all come together today with our memories and experiences, whether they're shared or personal. Our gain smarts, whether they're book smarts or street smarts, and our passions and our talents to create an entire class of beautiful people. A group of people who I know will use their individuality to their advantage. You owe it to yourself to do that much. But looking at this through a different lens, we can see that it wasn't just looking at Waldo that made Where's Waldo so fun and such a phenomenon. It was the search. It was the process that it took to find Where's Waldo that kept you turning the pages. Similarly, every single one of us here today is on our own search. Whether this search is a quest to find ourselves as an individual or to find the dream that keeps us going, we are all constantly searching for our own Waldo. If only finding Waldo were that easy, right? But maybe it's okay that it's not that easy. It's about the search. It's about each individual moment that it takes to finding Waldo. We as humans are constantly looking for the next big moment. But as Claire reminded us, it's not about the next big Waldo discovery. It's about the magic that can happen in each individual moment in the search for him. So, to my family, teachers, administration, and most importantly, to the class of 2016. Going into freshman year, I thought that I, of all people, would be the last to be accepted. But the love and the acceptance that this class has shown me over the years has truly been moving. I want to thank each and every single one of you for being a part of my journey and my search for finding my Waldo. I wish you all luck in finding your own Waldo. Let me know how it goes. Thank you all. Congratulations, class of 2016. It's been real.
like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind of the sea, like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blamed before. But then I guess we know there's blame to share, and none of this seems to matter anymore. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind of the sea, like a seed dropped by a bird in the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? Change me through you.
Claire Graves and Alexandra Anderson. And the number 1 student in the class of 2016, your valedictorian, Cole Nelson. About a month ago, the top 10% received their cords. I now ask that the top 10% of the class of 2016 stand and please join me in recognizing them.
Gentlemen and members of the board, as superintendent of Noblesville Schools, I declare the members of the class of 2016 who are present to be graduates of Noblesville High School.
Cole Aaron Nelson. Alexandra Karen Anderson. Claire Ashby Graves. Mark Anthony DeCosta. Melissa Ann Baker. McKenna Amber Turner. Rachel Marie Bish. Sarah Marie Knight. Madison Ruth Moorhead. Joelle Amari Aaron. Owen Montgomery Aaron. Alyssa Lavon Abbott. Bailey David Absher. Morgan Eileen Adam. Braden Lewis Adrian. Zachary Dean Ahmed. Mallory Loren Amen. Lauren Sierra Aker. Clayton Jordan Ali. Robert Daniel Alicia. William Ray Alameng IV. Blake Michael Allen. Morgan Elizabeth Allen. Carmen Noemi Alvarado. Alexis Taylor Amstutz. Jasmine Danielle Anders. Emily Janet Archer. Jacob Noah Asbury. Maxwell Logan Atkins. Nathaniel Raymond Baca. Rachel Elizabeth Bacher. Ian Marcus Botter. Emily Mary Bading. Jessica Audrey Baker. Taylor Marie Baker. Zachary Adam Baker. Corbin Thomas Balke. Shelby Lauren Ballard. Zarek Owen Bardwell. Jessica Marie Barnes. Brandon Dean Barthel. Emily Ann Beagle. Lauren Holly Beck. Zachary Mark Beck. Ashley Nicole Beisel. Jacob Hunter Beisel. Brianna Shea Bell. Brianna Pierce Bell. Jacob Allen Bentley. Shauna Jean Bentley. Tyler Matthew Bilby. Hannah Renee Bimmerly. Jesse Kimberlin Bishop. Carly Jean Blankenship. Maxwell James Blevins. Grace Diane Bacco. Joseph Bhutan Bowen. Kelsey Elizabeth Boyer. Kimberly Ann Box. Emma Rose Bragg. Marin Celeste Bray. Jacob Harrison Bridenthal. Blake Alexis Bridson. Knox Michael Broadhead. Carrie Lee Broshears. Dylan Patrick Brown. Calissa Michelle Brown. Maxwell Jacob Brown. Mitchell Donovan Brown. Raymond Neelan Brown. Kinsey Therese Browning. Madison Taylor Broyles. Asia Nicole Bryan. Anna Marie Catherine Birch. Shannon Rose Burton. Joseph Vincent Butler. Travis Luciano Byrne. Charday Cabreja. Carson Alexander Cady. Caitlin Nicole Camp. Bailey Scott Campbell. Jennifer Lynn Campbell. Kylie Marie Carmody. Michael Lawrence Carmesino. Kylie Christina Carr. Maria Carolina Castro. Clark.
Philip L. Coate. Kara Georgiana Conger. Lydia Ann Connor. Olivia Ann Connor. Corey Patrick Conway. Haley Nicole Conway. Renee Christine Cook. Mason Allen Corlett. Morgan Elizabeth Corwin. Lauren Noel Cotton. Tyler Jacob Couch. Deja Lachey Cox. Kimberly Ann Cox. Shelby Renee Cox. Holland Nicole Coyle. Andrew Michael Coyne. Caitlin Noel Kraft. Sean Walker Kritzman. Andrew Kane Cruzan. Sean Michael Cummins. Austin Charles Davis. Elijah Wayne Davis. Henry Michael Davis. Griffin K. Davison. Cassie Jane DeKine. Shelby Elizabeth Deacon. Rylan Joseph Deere. Cheyenne Grace DeMoss. Ashley Lynn Denham. Nicole Renee Denhart. Colby Donovan Dennis. Brianna Lauren Denny. Colton Mark Depew. Hannah Elizabeth Derleth. Maria Diaz. Early. Joshua Richard Eager. Jessica Marie Elliott. Marissa Brooke Epley. Morgan Taylor Evans. Sarah Nicole Evans. Tara Mackenzie Ewing. Scott Marshall Fairley Jr. Eric William Ferguson. Justin Ferguson. Pablo Jose Furman Rosario. Maria Marcela Ferrero. James Douglas Fitzgerald Jr. Autumn Renee Foreman. Margaret Lynn Foster. Timothy John Foster. Paige Alexandra Fouch. Joshua Foster Francis. Erica Danielle Freeman. Kaylee Nicole Friesen. Maggie Grace Funk. Connor Eugene Ferguson. Anna Marie Galloway. Elizabeth Anea Galvin. Olivia Jane Garber. Ryan Michael Garcia. Jacob Anthony Gardner. Kaylee Elizabeth Guerin. Jalen Thomas Garner. Amber Garrett. Madison Olivia Gellinger. Logan Robert Gimmel. Jacob Michael Gerber. Samuel Theodore Gerhardt. Jennifer Nicole Giannuzzi. Nicholas K. Ginger. Peyton Shea Giganti. Luna Giovanna Gill. John Anthony Gilbert. Olivia Suzanne Goad. Guadalupe Gomez. Brian Manuel Gonzalez. Cole Charles Goodrich. Madison Ann Gordon. Alexa Marie Gordon. Thomas Alexander Gordon. Jaden Ray Gorman. Ashley Marie Grady. Austin Richard Grady. Megan Lee Grady. Carla Alejandra Grajeda. Kaylee Elise Graves. Allison D. Green. Nicholas David Green. Excuse me.
Haley Renee Greer. Allison Rose Gronauer. Aaron Grant Grossman. Caitlin Marie Gump. Riley Marie Gunn. Connor Bradley Gunter. Olivia Gabrielle Gustin. Simone Bima Jayan. Lauren Elizabeth Hahn. Brianna Marie Hall. Elizabeth Lynn Hall. Trayvon Dwayne Hall. Austin Stone Halling. Madison Joe Hammond. Kirsten Marie Hampton. Nicholas James Hanna. Raina Amaris Haney. Kendra Elizabeth Harrison. Brant Christian Hatcher. Leanna Paige Hatton. Monica Noel Hayden. Amy Mary Hayes. Megan Kathleen Hayes. Julie He. Elizabeth Faith Hebel. Marissa Ellen Heine. Eric Reed Heinzman. Jenna Elizabeth Heller. Luke Anthony Helminger. Madeline Rose Helsloat. Faith Heminger. Adam Boyd Himmelgarn. Blake Christopher Hepker. Lauren Elizabeth Herbst. Pablo Israel Herrera. Amber Nicole Higgins. Ashley Ann Higgins. Allison Nicole Himes. Taylor Marie Hobbs. Kendra Jill Hoffman. Carly Ann Hollis. Derek Matthew Holman. Travis Robert Holpuck. Catherine Elizabeth Holtkamp. Analia Hopper. Allison Elizabeth Howdeshell. Natalie Ann Hotelin. Kathleen Elizabeth Ingalls. Hunter Timothy Engel. Andrew Tyler Irving. Joshua Lee Isaacs. Susan Lynn Jackson. Brendan Adam Jasinski. Chelsea Faith Johnson. Hunter Lee Johnson. Jamie Lee Johnson. Matthew Christian Johnson. Ariana Gabrielle Johnston. Victoria Andre Jones. Gabrielle Jordan Joy. Derek Christopher Juanillo. Megan Elizabeth Justak. Peyton Lee Justak. Garvier Carr. Connor Christopher Keeney. John William Kelleher. Chad Kempton. Colin Edward Kincaid. John Garrett Kaiser. Clay Stephen Kitts. Delaney Joe Kluger. Jaden Chase Knight. Connor Jacob Knoll. Kaylin Marie Knoll. Taryn Renee Kraus. Griffin Patrick Kunkel. Ryan Alexander Kurtz. Elijah Patrick Laney. Connor David Lake. Jack Kimmel Lang. Jacob Brian Latham. Hannah Nicole Lee. Jordan Robert LeGrand. Kara May Leisure. Holland Victoria Lentz. Alexander Benjamin Levin. Maxwell Edward Levin. Emma Christine Lewis. Jacob Ryan Lewis.
Tanner Davis Lewis.
Alan Hendrick Libby. Ty Thomas Lindstrand. Florence Alexis Lines. Andrew Ross Little. Corbin Grant Long. Steve Loria. Haley Alexandra Lovell. Austin Garrett Levins. Cassidy Blaze Lowry. Katrina Marie Lunsford. Haley Michelle Lutz. Megan Catherine Lutz. Sierra Caitlin McMillan. Marley J. Maitland. Maxwell D. Maitland. Caitlin Ann Mallory. Chelsea Ann Margraf. Patrick Quinn Marine. Joshua Michael Marlowe. Clayton Paul Marowski. Madison Natalia Marquardt. Cole Nathaniel Martin. Nathaniel James Mason. Catherine Joy Mast. Trevor Winfield Mather. Colton Michael Matthews. Samantha Louise Mathis. Mara Joan McBride. Kaylee Ann McComb. Lindsay Marie McCracken. Mitchell McCullough. Faith Winter McDormand. Brianna Jean McDougall. Alyssa Darcy McGann Palindo. Bailey Marie McGrew. James Dylan McGuffey. Chloe Elizabeth McIntyre. Joshua Isaac McLaughlin. Lucy Suzanne Megashar. Caitlin Jerry Maley. Kristen Taylor Mello. Luke David Mello. Paula Alejandra Mendeville Mitchell. Connor Wade Merkel. Rebecca Lynn Meyer. Cody Andrew Middleton. Madison Jensen Claire Milkey. Emily Maria Miller. Julia K. Miller. Nicole Andrea Miller. Rachel Nicole Miller. Robert Gavin Miller. Laura Elise Milliken. Isabel Rose Miro. Caleb John Mitchell. Marissa Jewel Mullet. Carla Michelle Moore. Micah K. Moore. Olivia Lorraine Morales. Cameron Marie Morris. Louis Wayne Morris. Madison Aaliyah Morris. Erin Nicole Murphy. Caitlin Joyce Murray. Jeffrey Alexander Musselman. Hannah Elise Nave. Zachary Reed Nedenreep. Grant Leighton Niederer. Anita Kim Wen. Ryan Hung Wen. Naya Leona Janae Nunn. Brittany Elizabeth O'Leary. Caitlin Elizabeth O'Reilly. Philip Alexander Oshel. Ryan Joseph Ogden. Dylan Michael Ogle. Justin Luke Ogle. Margaret Mary Ogle. Rebecca Elizabeth Osgood. Christopher Anthony Oswalt. Loveneet Carr Otal. Joseph Owen Overton. Emma Grace Paris. John Dollins Park. Lucas Blake Park. Laura Elizabeth Parker. Kaylee Leanne Parkos. Madison Lynn Parrish. Olivia Estelita Pavich. Courtney Marie Peel. Michael Christopher Perry.
Kyle Landon Peters. Jonathan Orn Petro. Taylor Elaine Petruska. Andrew John Phillips. Brianna Nicole Phillips. Magdalena Piazza. Megan Ashley Piazza. Samuel Thomas Pagay. Ian Matthew Plecker. Alexandra Lynn Plummer. Engen Pilar. Carly Elizabeth Polston. Adam Thomas Post. Katie Nicole Post. Sydney Renee Powell. Ethan Ryan Pointer. Natalie Margaret Pruitt. Taylor Abigail Poland. Travis Michael Purcell. Bailey Michael Monroe Qualls. Eddie Rivera Quijano. Madison Page Rainey. Daniel Hussein Rajabi. Juan Carlos Ramirez. Mariah Riante Randolph. Michael Alexander Ron. Caitlin Sue Reed. Haley Alexis Reeder. Dory Hannah Rees. Carolina Delphine Regan. Emily Kieran Reich. Stockton Thomas Repeshak. Andrew Jacob Rexroad. Brianna Raquel Richardson. Emily Jane Richardson. Elizabeth Grace Riggin. Primavera Angel Rivera Hernandez. Ethan Cole Robbins. Lee Ann Roberts. Brianna Robinette. Madeline Nicole Rogers. Grace Elizabeth Roots. Yasmin Elizabeth Rosales. Riley Jonathan Raudebush. Nicholas James Rao. Isabella Alejandra Rubio Cardozo. Maxwell Vaughn Runnigan. Stella Marie Runnigan. Julianne Marie Saul. Thomas Ascension Salas. Andrew Bryce Sarabin. Riley Wayne Saxon. John David Scheib. Josiah David Schmidt, Aaron Elaine Schmuddy, Emily Jane Shanley, Kennedy Grace Schwall, Laura Olivia Schweikert, Maximilian James Scott, Gwyneth Rose Sell, Lauren Kennedy Seltenwright, Joseph Virgil Sendejas, Zachary David Sexton, Jacob Grant Seifried, Alexis Elaine Shannon, Rachel Marie Shipman, Austin Philip Shirley, Morgan Danielle Schaffner, Julian David Simak, Joshua Devin Simpson, Nathan David Singleton, Caitlin Leslie Skeen, Emily Marie Smart, Jennifer Nicole Smith, Logan Carol Smith, Micah Logan Smith, Jarrett Robert Smoot, Karen Solis Rodriguez, Hannah Elizabeth Sosa, Trenton Matthew Spice, Bryston Luke Sprecher, Joshua James Sprecher, Nicholas Reed Sprecher, Megan Kylie Springer, Vernon Trent Stallings Jr., Austin Thomas Stapleton, Douglas Allen Stevens, Amy Lee Stivers, Hunter Knight Stone, Dakota Michael Warren Stotts, Caitlin Elizabeth Strader, Taylor Christine Sutton, Caitlin Ann Tannehill.
Jason Douglas Taylor, Joel Alexander Taylor, Randy Dandy Taylor Jr., Kelly Lynn Teague, Irina Igorovna Ten, Mia Danielle Dice Testa, Sonali Talker, Elena Jordan Thomas, Ethan Allen Thomas, Courtney Madison Thomas, Sydney Baldwin Thomas, Hunter Reese Thompson, John Levi Thompson, Tyler Thurman, Justin Christopher Trandle, Mauricio Troncoso Cortez, Abigail Nicole Truesdell, Jacob Turch, Kristen Lynn Tucker, Madison Brianna Tucker, Jackson Lee Tyler, Taylor Nicole Ullman, Nolan Andrew Valle, Adam Ryan Van Dam, Zoe Jane Vandewater. Jordan Todd Verdine. Zachary Villani Raymond. Troy Jeffrey Vischer. Jacob Charles Walsh. Ethan Alexander Walters. August Clayton Watring. Kayla Morgan Weaver. Zachary Garrett Weiler. Riley Joe Werner. Molly Ann Wesley. Kelly Megan Wheeler. Evan Michael White. Logan Michael Weitzel. Allison Hope Widener. Hagan Charles Weiss. Caitlin Marie Wilkins. Matthew Michael Wilkowitz. Connor Andrew Williams. James Howard Williams. Jonathan Allen Williams. Paul Jean Williams. Megan Nicole Williamson. Andrew Liam Wilson. Jace Matthew Wilson. Lascelles Went. Rachel Dawn Wise. Bradford Ryan Wolf. Hunter Christopher Wolf. Jonathan Thomas Wolf. Olivia Page Wolf. Emily Christine Wooten. Deasia Monet Wright. Kayla Jo Wren. Frederick Worster. Abigail Lee Yaste. Anne Marie Yakey. Taylor Renee York. Jarrell Christopher Yori. Yvette Balunza Sahiga. Savannah Madison Zello. Alexis Diane Zerby. Jordan Matthew Zimmerman. Sarah Alexandra Zutter. C.J. Jenkins.
I think that all of the graduates today deserve a round of applause. So. I would like to thank all of the teachers, faculty, and administration who put work into planning and executing today's commencement. We truly appreciate it, and your presence here today means more than you could know. I would also like to thank our speakers, Claire, Cole, Alex, you guys did amazing. And now, graduates, please rise. It is time for us to turn our tassels from the right side to the left side to signify our graduation and our commencement of high school. If you ever forget which side your tassel goes on from here on out, just remember to wear it on the left side over your heart to always remember your alma mater here at NHS. Or just remember what Beyonce said, which was to the left, to the left. So, graduates, please join me in turning your tassels now. Graduates, please be seated. Congratulations, class of 2016. You've done it. High school is over.